G'day guys and girls, my name's Jamie Gray and welcome to another Earth Moving Equipment magazine case study. And we've actually flown down to Melbourne and we've caught up with Felice and the team. How are you going, Felice?
Good, how are you?
That's the way, mate. So how's things been going for you at the Citadel Group Services?
This year has been a good year and we're looking for another good year next year.
Perfect, mate. Awesome, awesome. And look, we've also got Chris from Kobelco. How you going, Chris?
Jamie?
Good to see you again. Thanks for coming down. And we've got Matt from Melbourne Tractors. How you going, Matt?
Good, how are you?
Excellent, guys.
Good,
well, look,
good.
why don't we jump into things down here on site? We've got some beautiful new Kobelcos here to have a look at. So we'll get them fired up and we'll catch up for a chat really soon. Let's do it. So Felice, what can you share with everybody at home a little bit about yourself, your experience, and I guess how Citadel Group Services came to be?
Well, I started in the industry in 1975 as a 17-year-old and I've been pretty much in the industry the whole time, which is now 44 years. When I first started in the industry, I worked with a land surveyor as an assistant.
Perfect.
And then after about 3 years I progressed and I was given the opportunity to go out on my own as a surveyor for the company. I did that for about 3 or 4 years, and then after that I was given an opportunity to run a project as a foreman.
So Felice, how many people in your team now?
We have 30 people
Excellent.
in the company
Yep.
at the moment. When we first started there was 2 employees and myself.
Okay.
And then several years later, I'd worked for pretty much most of the big companies in Melbourne, the likes of Simon Brothers Construction, Winslow Constructors, Fortunato Group. They were all good training grounds for me to learn.
Excellent.
And from there, always had an ambition to have something of my own one day, and started late. When we first started, we were just using hire machines. We actually didn't have any machines of our own. And then after that, in 2014, we bought our first Kobelco. We've never looked back since.
Awesome. So back from that very first single machine, how many machines you guys have on different sites around the place in Melbourne now?
We've got a total of nine excavators.
Perfect. So you've seen some pretty huge changes since that first machine when you went out on your own?
Oh yes, most definitely, yeah. No, it's been good. The industry is good at the moment. When we first started, it was pretty quiet, so it was tough.
Okay.
But at the moment, we're doing well.
Perfect. So what's been one of the, I guess, main things that have sort of kept you on track with Kobelco all the way through?
Oh, look, it's the affordability.
Yeah.
They're great value for money.
Yep.
And even their performance is very good. And our relationship, or my relationship with Ken Bennett from Melbourne Tractors is very good. We've got a good working relationship, and he looks after me, and
Perfect.
and I go back.
Have you been working with Ken all the way through?
Yeah, with Ken the whole time.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So what's been, I guess, the backbone of that relationship? What have they done right to keep you on board?
Oh, look, if there's been any issues, they've been quick to come out and sort the issue out.
Perfect.
In our game, time is money.
Yep.
And it's very important to have that good backup service. So I can't fault it.
So we've caught up with Matt from Melbourne Tractors. How you going, Matt?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you. Thanks, mate. Thanks for joining us out on site today.
No worries.
So how's everything been going for you down at Melbourne Tractors?
Yeah, good, it's going well. Yeah, no, we've had a good year. So here we are at the end of 2019, and it's been quite a good year for us. Plenty of growth, which is exciting.
Perfect, mate. Perfect. So what's your relationship been like with Citadel Group Services?
Oh, it's been fantastic. Yeah, look, they're a very valued customer of ours. We first started dealing with Felice and Citadel in 2014, and so in the last 5 years we've had a great relationship, and we've grown well with them, and managed to sell them quite a few machines, which has been great. I've been with Melbourne Tractors for 17 years.
Wow,
yep.
Perfect.
And I've been general manager for 5 years.
Excellent, oh man, that's great. So what's been the biggest sort of changes in the industry that you've seen over the time?
Oh gee, over the time of the last 17 years, I suppose we've had the biggest changes in excavators, and with the Kobelco product. We took the Kobelco product on 10 years ago at Melbourne Tractors, or just on 11 now. And so that's been a big growth for our company, taking on that product and really growing its market share here in Victoria.
Perfect.
The biggest change would be sort of technology in excavators. So yeah, with GPS and fully automated systems coming into play now, the technology of excavators has grown massively, especially in the last 5 years or so. So we're sort of keeping ahead of the curve there and managing to keep up with it, which is good.
Excellent stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess something that you can't, overestimate is, I guess, I had a chat with the boys down here on site, and the first thing that they all said was comfort. They love the comfort, they love the cab. In the cold weather and the hot weather, mate, it sells itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
Perfect. Oh, well, look, good stuff, Matt. Thanks for having a chat with
All right,
us.
no problems, thank you.
Have a good rest of the year, and mate, we'll see you again in 2020.
Fantastic, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
So Chris, before we wrap things up, mate, what do you want to share with everybody at home, just how well Kobelco works in with their dealers to make sure customers like Felice get the ultimate sort of service and experience?
I think one of the real benefits and strengths of Kobelco Australia is that we've got a network of independently owned and operated dealerships. Melbourne Tractors is a perfect example of a dealer that's been with us for a long time, really passionate about the business, passionate about providing the best support in the business for customers like Felice. We obviously back them up with a national warehouse of parts to provide that spare parts capability that guys like Felice need to provide that reliability that they come to expect.
Awesome, good stuff. Well, look, guys, thanks so much for having us on site. Felice, great to see you. Chris, thanks for coming down. Matt,
Okay, thank you very
keep
much.
up the great work, buddy, guys. And so for everybody at home, thanks so much for tuning in for another Earth Moving Equipment magazine case study. Make sure you stay really safe on site, and we'll catch you soon.